My job here is very easy today. I'm just talk about opportunities for financing that exist in commercial banks. I'm sure a lot of us are asking me, commercial banks, how? It's okay, but we still do a bit. Okay, so Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank has been around for about 50 years now, from the days of NAL. I'm sure a number of us remember NAL. Okay, it used to be called NAL Merchant Bank at some point. Okay, so that's the principal body for Sterling Bank. In 2006, the mergers, we merged, and 5 other banks came together: Magnum, Trust, NBM, Indo, and NAL. And that's where we got Sterling from. And I think 2-3 years down the line again, we took over Equatorial Trust Bank. So you can see that where plenty people come together. Okay. All right. So let me just briefly go on. And Sterling, in the last 2-3 years, what we're trying to do now is go retail. Even before the crash in the oil boom, we had seen that there was going to be a problem. And there's no more oil now. So whether or not we like it, we need to pay attention to people that needs to be paid attention to. I think somewhere in my slide you will see that SMEs make up 95% of industries, of companies. So if 95% are SMEs, then we really need to begin to re-strategize. And that's what the retail wave that you see now is all about. Because the retail is basically into two. You have the individual. Well, in Sterling, retail is basically into two. You have the consumers, the you and I that are working, earning. Then you have the MSME retail side, those that are entrepreneurs working on their own. It's easier to bank the first set because all I want to see is your pay slip. And if you have investment shares, it's easy to see. And I can say, okay, you earn 100, CBN says I can give you a loan that you should use not more than 33% to service. So I just find 33% of that and I give you. So as long as you are in that employment, you will pay me, but slightly different from an MSME. And just like he said, there are different issues to face. One, there's even no book to look at. I was having a conversation in one of our academies, which I'll talk about, one lady. She said she wanted a loan. And I said, Madam, what's your turnover in a month? She said, turnover. Okay. I have to go and check. So if she herself does not know what her turnover is, where do we start from? So those are part of the issues. But I'll as we go on, I'll talk about this. So basically, I've defined MSME from what CBN defined it as, from the 220 billion popular funds that we've all heard about. Okay, so what they've said is that an SME is basically, it has asset not more than 5 million, between 5 million and 500 million, and labor force of not more than 500, 11 to 500. But I've gone to also broader definitions, and these are the broader definitions. I've just practically divided them into 3. The micro are usually said to be cottage companies, small, nothing large. They usually don't have more than 10 workers. They also, their costs of setup is usually also more than 1.5 million. It's cottage. And that's excluding the cost of land. So basically what you just need to put about business. And their turnover is usually not more than 2 million in a month. Whatever they are selling, whatever services they are rendering, they don't normally make more than 2 million. And the small is supposed to be from 11 to 100 workers. They don't have assets of not more than 50 million. And they do normally between 2 million and 10 million every month. So what financial opportunities are available in commercial banks? Okay, I'd said that just like I said now, 97.2 of existing companies. We had the figure when Mr. Mohammed was talking to us, our MSME. So whether or not we like it, this is the backbone of the economy. If you finance the so-called big boys without financing the middle guys, who's going to sell? Let's take Dangote for example. Dangote is huge in cement now, but they're also hugely looking for distributors, because if you produce, those distributors are not there to offload, and then you and I are not there to buy, then Dangote is just going to have stock. About 2-3 years ago, we had started this retail drive, and so we thought to ourselves, for us to really meet MSME's need, we don't just want to, we are not noisemakers. That's one thing about Sterling. We do quite a number of things on the ground. A lot of people don't know. I have a very conservative MT. I've been working with him since 2003, so I know how he thinks. Those days, you tell him to do newspaper. If you see Omolara, it is not newspaper. If you do this job well, they will be calling you. You don't need to put yourself in newspapers. But that's because he also had a good training from Citibank. And I'm not sure. I think I've only seen one Citibank advert in my whole life since I've been in this Lagos. Only one. So to even brand cars, he doesn't brand cars. So he said, you want to do this business, think, what can you do to make a difference? I don't just want paper. You take product paper to him, he will tell you this is not a product. Go back. So we sat together and said, okay, what do we do? So we decided to have an holistic framework, integral, not just financing. Because, a lot of people make that mistake and say financing is the major problem for MSMEs. It is not the major. It is one, but not the major. So we thought, because it's okay if I just give money. And a lot of times we give money to MSMEs, it goes down the drain. Not because they want to take the money. Not because ordinarily they've spent the money, but things have happened that they were not prepared for. And so what we did was, we decided to identify the issues with MSMEs. Like I said, financing was one of them. Capacity building was one of them. The know-how. Some don't even know. Some don't know I should have my account separate from the company. So you print some company account and just see ATMs withdrawals. Even me as an individual that earns salary, I cannot explain some ATM withdrawals. I just say, hey, I collected 20,000. When? Money is gone. So imagine a business. How do you begin to explain that 20,000 I collected was for this raw material? That 30,000 I collected. So there was that issue. Accounting was a major issue. And we are a bank. We are not BOI. We are a PLC. So before we put our money, we must see that money must come back. So shareholders is even worse. It's not even worse as bad now. There's what we now call stakeholders. So you will not only satisfy shareholders, there are some other stakeholders that are looking that you must satisfy. So very PLC, we want to be sure that our monies will come back. And so when we go and say, okay, give me your book, there's nothing. Then I go to the analyst, but I've been there, they are selling. The analyst will look at me, they are selling. Okay, show me. I will say, but I was there, I saw it. They will say, okay, come back in 6 months. And that's why we tell you that when you open your account, please, let's run it for 6 months so that we can build history. That's where we are coming from. It's not trying to tell you that we don't want to learn from you to do from day one. It's because a lot of MSMEs don't have history. And that's what we're trying to create. So we have this account that is supposed to inspire, it's supposed to nurture, it's supposed to mentor, and it's supposed to manage specific MSMEs. So this product is not just to give you money. I want Sterling Bank, open account, money. We want to go down everything that we can think of. Part of the problems we've also seen is access to market. A lot of us have products we are not selling. Why? Some don't even know you. So we're trying to work on even visibility for our customers. Okay, I'll talk about that. So this product in Sterling, we call it Super Business Proposition. And it comes in 3 variants. This is just your normal blend. If you are a micro, remember we said micro don't normally do more than 2 million a month. On this account, we allow you to do up to 4 million. If you are a small, even though you don't normally do more than 10, we allow you to do up to 20 million. That is understanding the fact that there can also be cycles in the business. I might be doing much today because it's probably Easter period, and next month I'm not doing much. So that's what this is supposed to. Okay? And interestingly, with this product, there's no account management fee. We remember COT has been replaced with account management fee. But there's none on this account. There's just one monthly flat charge. So if you are doing business of 4 million, just give us 1,000 naira a month. All your needs on that 1,000. We are not calculating per. If I calculate account management fee at 1 per mil on 4 million, you will pay as high as 4,000. And it goes down like that. On this account, your Verve card or your Visa card is free of charge, because we also understand that for MSMEs, cost is important. So your Visa card is free. It's basically called free banking with little or no charge of 1,000 or highest of 5 million in that band. Okay? So basically, like I said, it's an offering. It's not just a product. That's why we are looking at different things. Looking at the financial needs, we said, okay, what can we do? Everybody just wants to hear finance. So okay, we must obviously have some finance. So we've said, in this market, just like he said, not a lot of people want to give money, but we know you always come and ask us for working capital. And when we ask for security, most people say there's no security. So we've said, okay, let's try the market. So we're trying the market now with a maximum of 2.5 million unsecured overdraft. It's a 12-month facility, but is available in a cycle of 30 days. And what that means is, if I give you 2.5 million today, between 30 days, I must have seen you pay back the money to me. You can take it. So even if in a week, if I took 1 million today, for example, and next week I'm able to pay 1 million back, automatically the next month I get the OD. And paying it back does not mean you don't have access to it. It just means that I can see in your account. And let me tell you what the major fear is here. The major fear is, one, is unsecured. And so if you take my money, I don't see it in 30 days. What's going to happen? The money might start growing wings. It is also important to understand what you need as a business. Do I really need an overdraft? Or is it a term loan I need? What we've seen is that most small businesses take what term loan is supposed to meet with overdraft. And so when they tell you pay back in 30 days, the money is probably in stock or is in raw materials. But I've not financed. I'm financing your business cycle. So if I don't see that you can pay it in 30 days, if you come to me, I most likely will tell you, no, this money is not for you. Because if your stock is going to be in the warehouse for over 30 days, you won't be able to clean up. So you need to understand your business cycle. We also have secured overdraft. And we take security landed properties. Shares is no more tenable, and I'm sure you all understand why. We take bonds. Yes, sir. We'll look at it. And I'm not going to say no, because it will also depend on what you have in the debenture. Debenture means I'm taking a charge over your assets. It depends on the asset. What kind of machines are we talking about? Are they specialized machines? If I take, we'll take everything we can. But what I'm saying is, I will also discount your debenture. Because if I take your specialized machine, for example, who am I going to sell it to? I'm still stuck with you. Now, these are other value add offering. What are we looking at? What are the other problems, and how can we help in solving this? We have what is called an e-solution for inventory management that helps you with your daily business operations and a bookkeeping. It is actually an ERP. It is called an enterprise resource planning solution. It is not just an accounting software. You don't need to manually impute anything as long as you can scan. So it is also a payment system. So your POS is attached to it. So we are selling anything on POS, it's capturing everything. Yes. It captures everything. So you're basically not doing much. You just click a button. Well, we can say that. But that's the good thing about it. So even as you are buying, this is actually good for those that do a lot of stock financing. Because with this, your stock is easily seen. I can from this see what stock you bring in, what you sell in a month. And I agree that, okay, since you're selling this, you probably need this volume to be able to keep up. So you don't need to keep going to the market every week or every day. So this is one solution we've deployed. It's a bit expensive, but we know it's necessary. The plan is when we're deploying fully to the market, we also would probably allow people to pay over time. We also started what is called the MSME Capacity Building Workshop Academy last year. And what are we trying to do here? It's just to build your capacity, your knowledge, your know-how. Know what is necessary and important for your business. We went as far as talking about your marketing strategies, your customer service strategy. So it's an academy that is all-rounded. We talked about tax. We brought the tax men, FIRS, to come, talk. And I think last year, we had about 137. And it was very successful. And this year, we are going to 5 regions. We're going to Port Harcourt in April. We're going to Kaduna in May. We're going to Onitsha in July. And we're doing Ibadan in September and Lagos in October. So if you're interested, please go to our website, the Sterling Bank, and just register. It's for both customer and non-customer for now. And like I said, it's just to let us understand what we require, just the basic knowledge, and understand what the bank is looking for. Make you bank ready, so that when the bank says bring, you are ready to bring. Because if you understand what's this, if I'm going to toast a girl, I know what the girl likes. I'm more prepared to get what this babe wants, and the babe will respond. But if you are not ready, you are not likely to get that response. Yes. If you know that the girl likes flashy car, first today you get there drive a Benz. The next time you are going a Range Rover. If she didn't allow you the first time, she will begin to think twice. Okay. We also have a business advisory service help desk. We have consultants that we're working with, because we have customers who have different questions and they just want to sound their bank out. So we have this mail and phone service advisory help desk. You can always call in, you can send a mail. And if we cannot respond to you immediately, we get to the experts. We have a few experts around. We have what we call the One Business website. So we are calling all our customers. Register your business on this, so that even if anybody comes to Nigeria to say, I'm looking for somebody in this line of business, if you go to that website, if you pull it up, they have your details. They can even contact us for referrals. And we say, yes, we know this person. We're also speaking to some online businesses right now to see how we can sign some of our customers online. Like we said, SME, cost is important. For example, right now, for the MSME Academy, we have a partnership with VConnect. To sign up onto VConnect, normally 60,000, their gold package in a year, 70,000. I can happily tell you that you can sign on 3 to Sterling Bank at 30,000 naira. Yes. So those are the kind of things we're looking at. We don't want to just come give money and go to bed. We want to find a way to move your business forward. So those are the kind of, another thing where on this market is something as simple as business cards. Some of us don't have, especially the micro. By God's grace, in a few days, we're going to roll out to 10,000 customers their business cards for them, free of charge. Yes. So, thank you. What that is just, we're trying to let you know that we are in this together. If you do my hair very well and you give me a business card, the time Nike sees me, I say, Omolara, your hair is beautiful. I say, take my hairdresser. I might not have given that hairdresser money. I've created something that is more valuable than money. So that's where we're going. That's the whole thinking of the bank. We want to create value, not just by giving money. We also have our Meet the Executive program to inspire aspiring entrepreneurs. What this basically does is give grants. So every year we call to people, please send in your business plan. And we take everybody that's, I think last month they were at Lagos Business School. And they trained everybody on preparing a business plan. And so they've submitted. And later next month, I think about 25 people are going to meet our executives, and we'll decide which businesses we want to be involved in. And we're going to give grants, not loans. Grants to you. It is well. So, so this is just for you, because we recognize that there will be people that might need help. And so these are part of our value add that we have right now. So if you sign up onto a super business account, you are more likely to enjoy any of these benefits other than just finance. Okay. Now this is another loan that is accessible through commercial banks. Yeah, yes. When we get to the question and answer, I'm sure I'll take a lot of question on this, but it is accessible. Some customers have accessed it. The major So we have clusters of bakers, and they want to buy machines. Clusters of fashion designers. And we say, okay, you guys are 10, this is what we can do. So everybody is monitoring to ensure that Omolara pays as I went due. So that's what we are doing with clusters today. We're also speaking with NASME already. They've requested for 20. We're talking to know the modalities. So if you belong to any associations, we're even taking it further to churches and mosque. So if you belong, if the church can come and say, these are my members, we'll ensure they pay. Because that's the problem in Nigeria. There's no collateral. Just like he said, even if you have a small land in Nigeria, how much will I pay? What's his name now? Ambody to sign. Land that I bought 500,000 to get title is wahala. I don't know how to do that. It's 2.5 million to pay for land. To get the title, I don't know, but we know it's a challenge. So we're looking for other ways. And that's what I think. That's where banking is going on to now. Innovative ways of meeting it. Another thing I wanted to mention apart from cluster is our sterling alternative finance. When we hear non-interest banking, don't let us run away. It is not only for Muslims. It is for everybody. And we have that section in sterling called sterling alternative finance. And they lend to as low as 12% per annum to buy an asset. The asset collateralizes it, and that's it. So that's also an opportunity that we can look to. And they also, because of the religious backing, they're looking at working with associations and things to get to the smaller. They're doing things like funding Keke Marwa, and just to make sure they get to the tail end of the market, those on the lower side of the pyramid, just like we said. Okay, cluster financing and sterling alternative finance. I think that's the last thing I have there. Thank you very much.